Now, how this is to be used to create the operator precedence table? That is the next part. Creation of applying these lead elements and trail elements to draw the operator precedence table. Now you can note down these rules as and when we discuss. It's better as and when we discuss. So you can say the subheading as rules to create operator precedence table is a subheading. Please write the first rule. For a start symbol S, set dollar less than within a dot. Dollar less than within inside less than you can put a dot. Dollar less than A for all A in lead of S. Set B greater than dollar for all B in trail of S. This is B. So we have to take the lead element and trail element of S. There will be only one start symbol in parsing in a CFG. For this rule number 1 is special to the start symbol. It is a blind operation. We'll take dollar. Dollar will be set lesser precedence with A. Dollar will be having lesser precedence to all the elements in lead S, and all the elements in trail S will be of higher precedence than dollar. That is the operation. As this is for all A in lead S and for all B in lead in trail S. So I hope you have noted down this first thing. Don't be confused. We'll apply all these rules to create the table for this grammar in the next class. Then it will be clear. Now, rule number 2 says that suppose that if you have a production like this, see, we are applying this on a CFG. We are applying operator presence table creation for CFG. We are applying the rules of computing trail and lead also on a grammar. So suppose that we have a production like this. A derives AB. We know what is this. Here in the body part, we have only operators or terminals. Here we can see that small a and small b represents only terminals. So we cannot have capital AB here. Why? Because if capital AB here, it violates the fundamental requirement for being an operator grammar. An operator grammar will not have two non-terminals adjacent. It will also will not have an epsilon production. So if you have a production such as A derives AB, then A and B are of equal precedence. So we will see whether we have such a thing here. We don't have such a production here. F derives ID. ID is a single terminal. So we don't have such a rule number 2 cannot be applied here. Rule number 1 we can apply here because E is the starting terminal. Now let us go for rule. I hope you have written rule number 2. Take rule number 3. If A derives X, B, Y. Here, please listen this, then you can write down. What's meant by X, B, Y? X is a terminal. Y is a single terminal. X is a single terminal. Between X and Y, there is a single non-terminal called as B, where B is a single non-terminal. In such case, X and Y are of equal precedence. S equal to Y. So if you're clear with the rule, please note down this. If A derives X, B, Y, where B is a single terminal, then set X equal to Y. I hope you have written this. Rule number 3. എഴുതിയോ? Rule number 3 you have noted down?
Sir.
Okay. Now see here. F derives closing bracket is left bracket E closing bracket. X is left bracket, B is E, and Y is the closing bracket. In such case, X equal to Y. So we can say closing bracket and opening bracket are of equal precedence. Now let us take rule number 4. If A derives alpha xb beta, if A derives alpha xb beta, see here xb is given in a different color. Here x represents a terminal, B represents a non-terminal. So if we have a terminal and a single non-terminal coming together in a production, then we can apply rule number 4. So before we go all these, we will see in which of these productions these rule can be applied. See, E derives E plus T. Plus E is equal to X. T is equal to B. So we can see that T is a single non-terminal and this plus precedes T. X precedes B. So rule number 4 you can apply here. Take rule number P3. Here star is a terminal. This terminal precedes a single non-terminal called F. So you can safely apply rule number 4 here. That's it. So when we have a rule, we should know on which of the productions the rule should be applied. Then we can see what should be done. So if such a production is there for all the A in lead of B, set X less than A. That means X will be having lesser precedence than all elements of the lead of B. So X is less than lead of B in this case. Now we have one more rule. So before we take up that rule, we'll apply these rules here. Now see, let's take rule number 4 is as such. We have the example. I hope this example is already with you, so you need not write down. You can name the CFG as CFG1 or like that. Then you can say consider CFG1. Then take CP1. E derives E plus T. We can apply rule number 4 here. X is plus and B is T. Now what is the rule says? For all A in lead of B, that means all elements of lead of B, they have lesser precedence compared to X. So what is X here? X is plus. So plus is less than lead of T. So plus is having higher precedence, plus is having lower precedence than the lead elements of B. Plus less than lead of T. T is here B. Similarly, you can take up rule number P3. You can apply production number P3 and apply rule number 4. Again here XB. XB is star F. So star is having lesser precedence than lead of F. Star less than lead of F. That's the rule. That's what the rule says. So this is how we set the relations. And once the relations are clear, we'll use that to set the table. So I hope that you have noted down these 4 rules and this example part. If you are done, we have one more rule to be discussed. Shall I advance? Shall I go to the next slide?
Yes, sir.
Rule number 5. If A derives alpha b x beta. Fifth rule. If A derives alpha b x. See here, initially we had x b. Now we have b x. That means a non-terminal is followed immediately by a terminal. Alpha bx beta. So alpha bx beta. See here, bx. B is e, x is plus. So P1 is of the kind where rule number 5 can be applied. See, upon P1 we apply rule number 4, and upon P1 you can also apply rule number 5. See here, T star, T is B and star is X. T star, Bx format. Now what happens? If A derives alpha Bx beta, then we will take all the elements of trail of B, and this trail of B will be having higher precedence than or the operator called as X. That's a rule. Now, please note down rule number 5, and let us take this one example now. We can take only one example. If we can finish quickly, we can come back to this if required on Monday also, inshallah. So if A derives alpha bx beta, we'll take up P1. We know that Bx is here, E plus is here. So E plus is of Bx format. So rule number P1, rule number 5 can be applied on P1. So what is rule number P5? Trail of B is greater than X. So trail of B is E here, trail of E having greater precedence than plus. Similarly, you can apply it on P3. P3 is of Bx format, B is T, and X is star. So Bx is T star. Now trail of B is trail of T. Trail of T is greater than X. X is star. Hence, we have this trail relationship.